Born Edward Hetty Jr. on July 4, 1925, in Santa Paula, California, Eric Fleming's early years were defined by hardship and trauma. Growing up in an abusive home, he endured a violent childhood that forced him to run away at just 8 years old. Living on the streets of Los Angeles, he survived through grit and determination, taking odd jobs and learning to fend for himself. A terrible gun accident as a teenager left him with devastating facial injuries, leading to multiple reconstructive surgeries that changed not just his appearance, but his entire outlook on life. That painful ordeal became a turning point, transforming a lost boy into a man driven by discipline and purpose. Seeking a new direction, he enlisted in the U.S. Navy during World War II, where he served with distinction and found the structure and courage that would later define his career. The rise of a reluctant star. After returning from war, Fleming worked as a laborer at Paramount Studios, where fate intervened. His rugged good looks and quiet intensity caught the attention of casting directors, prompting him to study acting. By the 1950s, he was landing roles in television dramas and westerns, slowly building a name for himself. His breakthrough came in 1959 with Rawhide, the CBS western that would make him a household name. As Gil Favor, the stoic trail boss leading cattle drives across the untamed frontier, Fleming embodied strength, leadership, and integrity. His commanding screen presence balanced perfectly with Clint Eastwood's fiery Rowdy Yates, creating one of TV's most memorable duos. Under his steady hand, Rawhide became one of the decade's biggest hits, a symbol of classic American grit and morality. Behind the camera, fame, tension, and change. Despite his success, the pressures of Hollywood soon caught up with Fleming. By the mid-1960s, declining ratings and creative shakeups put Rawhide in jeopardy. In 1965, in an unexpected decision, CBS executives dismissed several longtime cast members, including Fleming himself, in an attempt to reinvent the show. The move stunned fans and colleagues alike. Fleming, ever the professional, accepted the decision with grace, though he admitted later that he felt blindsided. Clint Eastwood was promoted to lead, but without Fleming's moral center, Rawhide soon lost its spark and was canceled shortly after. Still, Fleming's talent carried him forward. He appeared in The Glass-Bottom Boat opposite Doris Day, proving his charm beyond the Western genre, and delivered acclaimed performances on Bonanza, where he explored deeper, more complex characters. A fateful journey to Peru. In 1966, Fleming embarked on what he hoped would be his next big adventure, filming High Jungle, a television movie in the wilds of Peru. The production aimed to showcase his versatility in a new environment, but tragedy struck during filming on the Huallaga River. On September 28, 1966, while shooting a canoe scene with co-star Nico Menardos, their vessel capsized in fast-moving waters. Menardos managed to swim to safety, but Fleming disappeared beneath the current. Days later, his body was recovered downstream, ending the life of a man who had fought so hard to overcome his past. He was only 41 years old. A legacy of strength and sacrifice. Eric Fleming's life reads like the script of a classic Western, filled with hardship, courage, and a relentless fight for redemption. From a wounded youth to a respected Hollywood icon, he embodied the perseverance and quiet dignity of the heroes he portrayed. His tragic death in the Peruvian jungle remains a sobering reminder of the risks actors once faced in pursuit of storytelling. Though High Jungle was never completed, his spirit endures through his unforgettable work, especially his role as Gil Favor, the steadfast leader who faced every challenge head-on. In life and in death, Eric Fleming stood for resilience, integrity, and the timeless power of human endurance. His story may have ended far too soon, but his legacy continues to ride strong across the wide open plains of television history.